What time is it?
Okay, we have some fabulous live music later on, but right now, here's the kind I prefer.
This is Shad with West Coast Styles. It is Saturday evening. We're about to jump into an interview with Long Beach rapper Blizz Wellz. Blizz, welcome to West Coast Styles. Thank you for joining.
How you doing? Thank you for having me.
Oh, our pleasure. So for those who aren't familiar with you, how kind of introduce yourself. How'd you first get into hip hop and what inspired you?
Man, I go back to being a kid. I probably recorded my first song when I was 9, maybe 9 or 10. I really got into music, just family, people around me, growing up, musicians and stuff like that. Being a little kid, already in the studio, trying to figure out who all these people is and what they in here doing. Then started learning it, and then my older brothers, what really got me into it was my older brothers. They used to have ciphers, like real ciphers, not like these fake freestyles people doing nowadays, but like real off the top of their head in the circle. And if you get in that circle, you're gonna have to have something to say. So I was amazed by just watching that, and I was like, you know what, I could do that. And one day I jumped in the circle. I jumped in the Lions Den, and I did pretty good for my first time. And then just off their reaction and them seeing me and how passionate I was, and it just made me say, hey, this is something I want to do and I want to take serious.
Was it battle rapping or just spitting?
Oh, it was just spitting. It wasn't even like, oh, you may rank on somebody, be like, hey, look at his dusty shoes or something like that, but it was more like it's lyrical. You have to have bars, you got to have something to say. And if you didn't, sometimes it ain't gonna be a good consequence. Sometimes you get in there and you know what I'm saying? You would never be invited back over, so it was those kind of situations.
You said you come from a musical family. Where your parents, did they play musical instruments or did they just have music on in the house all the time?
Yeah. My pops, he played the guitar, he played the piano. My mom, she was a singer. Especially those Sunday mornings where when you woke up and you heard Aretha Franklin or somebody playing, it was time to clean up. So she always had the jams going for the morning Sunday cleanup, and that really opened my eyes to just a broader genre of music, and that's what really made me fall in love with it, so.
How do you think that broader scope has helped you influence you as a rapper? I would imagine that having a more diverse palette of music, it's given you more to draw from.
Yeah, definitely. Believe it or not, before I even started music, I was just always a good writer. I had a lot of creative writing classes, business writing classes. I've been published in the LA Times, so just having a pen game started me, poetry, try to pass little notes to the the cute girls in the class. And then those bars, you know what I'm saying? It just helped develop. Once I got into wanting to rap, it was already there.
Yeah, this is jumping ahead a little bit, but speaking of lyrics and writing, I'm very impressed with your lyrical skills and your pen game.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, the line you had in 2 on, and you said, beat the pussy up, then I'm out like a newborn. I was just like, oh shit, that's tight. Like, and just having not only clever punchlines like that, but just being able to put it in a context of something, so it's not just like a girl song or not just like a weed song. That your writing ability gives it a broader picture. And I think that it makes it more credible for sure.
Yeah. That comes from just, artists that I looked up to, Jadakiss, Fabulous, Ice Cube, those people who had those lines. And sometimes you heard it the first time and you really didn't get it. And then you played it like 30 times and you was like, that's what he's talking about. Oh, that's so witty. Just putting those puzzle pieces together and that alone came with the creative writing, you know what I'm saying? The metaphors, the bars, the lines, the punches, you know. So big up to my the rappers I looked up to, man, that paved that way.
Who were some? I know you mentioned who were those kind of your those Fab, Cube, and Jada. Were those your primary influences, or just a few of them? Who else? Yeah, did you have
Yeah,
some?
a few. That was a few. Of course, I mean the first person that I heard was just crazy lyrical is Corrupt, and I ain't never gonna forget. Is that New York, New York?
Mm,
Man, them bars today still eat people up, man. That was man. Just when I dissected those verses, I even, you know, back in the days when you didn't have like online to go and check
oh
lyrics, you know what I'm saying? You have to go on the internet, dial up, and yeah, I'm that old.
no,
You
no.
know,
I think we're in the same. I think we're in the
you
same
feel me?
demographic.
You had to steal that telephone cord and plug it up to your computer to get the internet and look up lyrics. And man, so those type of people that influence
Yep, I
what I
remember
do.
being a
Yeah.
little kid and not being able, when I was home alone, I couldn't be on the internet because it blocked up the phone line in case my mom needed to
It
get a
made
hold
that
of me.
noise. Yep.
Yep.
It made that noise when you pick up the phone. That, you know, yeah. A lot of people got in trouble for that, man.
Yeah.
AOL got a lot of people in trouble.
Yeah. And yeah, speaking of Corrupt, yeah, Calling Out Names, one of my favorite songs from.
Calling out names, man. Classics, man. Classic albums. The Streets is a Mother. That's my favorite Corrupt album right there. And then the second one will probably be Corruption. But
Mhm.
yeah, once I heard Corrupt, and I was like, you know what? It's a way to do this without just bluntly singing things. I'm like, you
Yeah.
know, let me paint a picture. Let me show the wittiness that, you know, that can be put into these lyrics. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, without a doubt. Talk about your project circa 1986.
Man, circa 1986 was an accident, actually. It was an accident. Me and how my daughter ended up being the DJ host for that project.
Yeah, that was my
Um
next question.
yeah, she was that was like my right hand dog. She would always be in the studio with me. And you know, she got interested and she was like, you know, I want to say something. And you know, I'm like, why pay a DJ when I got a DJ, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I let her go in there and say a few things, and then one day she wrote something, and I was like, okay, we're going to the studio tonight. She's like, all right, cool. So when we got to the studio, she's like, you know, I want you to hear something. I wrote something at school today. So I'm like, all right, girl, let me hear your bars. And she had it's on the project. She
Mhm.
spit them same bars to me, and I was like, you wanna be on my album? And it was a done deal from there. But started just working on songs for that. Once I figured out, you know, I want her to be a part of it. Just made it a whole different situation for me because you know, my daughter was on my intro on my first album. I think she was probably like 3 or 4 years old.
Mhm.
So her being on this one, it was just supposed to be maybe like an intro, but then, you know, she had a lot of other things to say. So I was like, yeah, okay, host the project then. If that's what you want to do. So um, that really led to me creating that project. Just her being a part of it, definitely.
How has fatherhood affected you as an artist?
Oh man, a lot. I mean, as any father, you know what I'm saying. Being able to balance both, um, is it's beautiful. It's difficult, but it's beautiful, you know. And
Mhm.
sometimes it works. Like, you know, I have to drag her to the studio sometimes. Sometimes she's on set for some of my music videos, you know. So, you know, but she's being brought into the business.
That's really cool. I was on your social media stuff, and that studio you work in, is that a studio that you put together yourself?
Oh no. That's a studio that I recorded majority of the music that It's going on my next project.
Okay. Yeah, because the
So
layout just
the
looked cool with the drawings on the wall.
on the
And then,
wall, yeah.
yep, and then the American flag, and then the mic setup. It looked a little unconventional, so I didn't know if that was something you put
Yeah.
together yourself or if that was.
No, it's a guy. His name is Saf. Out in the OC Recordings. Yeah, man, we got a nice studio set up. I've been working with him for maybe like a year now. You know, working on this project, trying to get the next project, down for before the summer hit.
Nice. When so you already have some stuff for that recorded?
Actually, yeah, I just left the studio just now, man. Bust like maybe like 6 hours. Um, so I think I got maybe like one more song that I have to record, but it's 98% complete already. I got my features already locked in. I got a few other people, other collabs. I'll be honest, I'm very very proud of myself to be able to be a part of certain people that I looked up to. Now I'm having them do music with me and collabing with me. So it's a beautiful thing.
Can you share who some of those artists are, or don't you want to let that
Uh
get yet?
oh, no, man, we can share. It's nothing to share. I got Fiend from No Limit,
Oh,
Jet
nice.
Life with Currency and Master P. I got Fiend. Who else I got? I got Graph from New York.
Nice.
I got a feature from him. I got Jada Kiss to do
Oh,
the
wow.
intro for me. Yeah, I got Fat Joe to do an interlude for me. I got DJ Fresh to do the leading single off the project. So, just been trying. I got who else I got on there? Trying to miss anybody. I got Joey Fats, the homie from Long Beach. So, just trying to get things done for it, get it wrapped up.
How did you connect with Monster?
Oh man, I've always knew Monster from the Syndicate. That was one person that I've always looked up to. Um, I look at him as like a mentor, a big brother. I just reached out to him. I reached out to him on social media, like, hey, listen to my stuff, man. Tell me what you think. And not really expecting nobody to hit me back. When you hop in those DM links, people really trash those. But he actually, responded like, hey, man, where you at? Where you from? Let me know more about you. Send me some more stuff. And then we started connecting more. And he'll definitely give me a couple jewels here and there about paths to take, things to do with the music, as far as the direction I could go, or just industry shit to look out for, things like that. But he always looked out for me, definitely.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy.
Big up
I
to
had the
Monster.
pleasure, yeah, no doubt, big up. We had the pleasure of interviewing him recently, and I did the interview with him as well. And then right afterwards, he hit me up. He's like, "Dude, I got this new artist, or not new artist, but I got this other artist you got to check out. He's got some new stuff coming. His name is Blizz Wellz, and he sent me your links, and I was like, yo, I'm totally in." So
appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, man.
He's very highly of you as well, and
appreciate that. Yeah.
What is one video? I really like your chill video. I thought that it captured California perfectly.
See, what's funny about that video, man, it was not supposed to come out. It was not.
Oh, really?
It's a story behind it, but we actually shot that video like 3 times, and the first time we lost the footage. It was like, maybe this is not meant to be. And then maybe like a couple months, I said, hey man, we gotta try it again. And we shot it a second time, and it was just so windy out there. The camera was shaking. We couldn't get no clean footage. Everything was getting blown. Sand was getting blown everywhere in the beach. So then we tried a third time, and the third time was a charm. Everything worked that day. Shout out to Lloyd in Long Beach Lloyd. He was the one who provided the lowriders that was in the video. Actually, the yellow lowrider, which was the reason why I hit my man up. Man, he showed me so much love. the yellow lowrider. If you look at the video, that is the same lowrider in Tupac's To Live and Die in LA video. So I was very blessed to be able to have that in my music.
Oh, wow.
That was really a blessing to have. And actually, he showed up all 3 times. All 3 times we wanted to shoot, he had the lowriders ready for us. And man, I appreciated him for that. So definitely.
Another thing I wanted to mention, and I know I touched on it briefly before, it was your writing and your lyricism. And you said you were kind of a writer first. Is that what drew you to hip hop initially? Were the words?
Lyrics, the lyrics definitely. This was at the time where, I mean, beats were banging back then. It wasn't really like the soul of a song now. You know what I'm saying? Like back then, the soul of the song, you know, like how it was back then. You know what I'm saying? Even though I pride myself on my beat selection, but it was the lyrics, it was the content. That's what drew people back then. You know what you were saying, what people could recite and things like that. So yeah, it was always the lyrics for me.
Do you write to beats, or do you have lyrics written and then you kind of find a beat that matches it? Or
any way it comes. Sometimes it's lyrics that I wrote without a beat, and then I'll hear something and I'll be like, you know, let me try that. Let me put that to that. Sometimes it's right there on the spot in the studio. I'll hear a producer create something. It's all the way around. Sometimes I've been in the studio and we had just got in the booth and was just like, just press record, let's see what comes out. So however it comes out, however the inspiration, just make the magic happen. You know.
Cool. So what's next for you? You've got this project coming out, it sounds like this summer.
Yeah.
Anything else on the horizon, or is that just kind of what you're in grind mode for right now?
Yeah, I've been grinding on this one, man. I've been trying to wrap it up. The name of it is called Pleasure Doing Business. And I just been trying to get the singles done and ready, getting the visuals out the way, so I can have everything done by the summer. Once I drop it, you know what I'm saying, I can start promoting it, start sending it out, and stuff like that. So that's just been the main focus right now.
No, that's what's up. Where can people find you, like on social media?
Blizz Wellz, everything. Blizz Wellz Twitter, Blizz Wellz Instagram. You can go on YouTube, Blizz Wellz. Everything's Blizz Wellz. BLIZZWELLZ. So, definitely.
And then I always like to, you know, we've covered a lot of ground, you kind of jumped around a little bit. Is there anything else that you want to add or comment on that maybe you want to elaborate on, or that we haven't talked about?
No, man, I think we touched a lot on you know what I'm saying, what I've done in the past and what I'm doing in the future now, you know, presently trying to get things done for things to come. So yeah, I think we covered a lot of ground.
Beautiful.
Definitely.
Please know, I mean, obviously you and I can stay connected. Please keep us posted. You've always got a platform here at West Coast Style.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that. Yes, man.
And before we go, would you mind giving us a drop?
Oh yeah, man. Hey, look, West Coast Styles, Blizz Wellz. You know how we do it, man. Stay tuned. We got things coming. We got things going. Y'all make sure y'all peep in, see what we doing. Just a little peek, and then we'll give it to y'all.
Thanks, man. That was great.
What time is it?
Okay, we have some fabulous live music later on, but right now, here's the kind I prefer.